Have you viewed the footage?
No, I didn't get the chance.
Well, I didn't either, so.
Very nice, very nice.
But I trust what I have heard. So, to run it down again. Essentially, it's ridiculous that this is even a conversation that is happening right now. But to go over it again, Muerte was in an argument. It's ridiculous. You can't call it an argument. Silas told them they shouldn't be going to the front lines by themselves because it's stupid. They should bring someone with them. They got incredibly defensive and started yelling at them and insulting Silas. Silas, of course, insulted them back, saying that they were the most useless techie around and that all they do all day is just sit around. And so what the fuck do? They get up, they grab their weapon, and try to bash their head in. This isn't even like they're straight across. As far as I was aware, they were in different rooms. They were in the medbay. They were outside the medbay. They fucking walk up, get a weapon, go outside the door, and try to assault them. And you know what? It gets fucking worse because they admitted to Cairo later that they were going to pull their fucking gun at them. And all of this shit over such few fucking words. I'm speechless, honestly. And two things. Number one, we had a talk with them, and words aren't going to get through to them. So this isn't going to be a slap on the wrist. And number two, Wrench has made it very clear that he does not want this behavior to happen with them again.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew of the little incident that happened between Ame and Sage.
No.
There was a thing where June and Sage were, I don't know, wrestling or fighting or whatever, messing around in the Techie Bay, and almost unplugged like her life support or her whatever, something to the servers, something, I don't know. She was given an okay by someone, or no, she wasn't given an okay. She like asked around, was like, does anybody care if I do whatever? And Corvus, which was the one that was like had the problem because A, it's the techie room, and B, one of the techies could have died or whatever. So we took it upon themselves to throw Sage into the rafters, the metal beams in the gym area.
When did this happen?
This was like weeks ago, a month ago, probably. Weeks ago. But I took care of it. That's why I'm bringing it up now. Sage got injured. I think he said he cracked a rib or something. So I had to go talk with Ame. Ame seemed like they weren't listening to me, so I had to throw them out of their chair and onto the ground to make sure they got the message. And in turn, they were saying the last things that they said was something, why can't whisperers just take a push? And so it really seems like people here are kind of losing the line. So
I had a conversation with her and I said, yeah, we can't have this because, last time we had a similar incident, a whisperer tried to slit someone's throat open, and they're like, wow, they probably deserved it.
Even if they did, they don't have the right to do it.
You don't have the right to do that.
There's proper channels.
In this case, I am so fucking stunned because it's like a temper tantrum. I know, maybe I shouldn't be the one saying this, but they're acting like a fucking toddler. That's such a, like, dumb remark to get that ballistic over, right? If they cannot handle that being called useless or saying that what they're doing isn't the right way to go about things, then they cannot handle anything here.
Yeah, no. Have they been informing leadership that they've been going to the front lines?
No, they weren't allowed to do that, but they did it anyway. Chase specifically forbade them. I believe that's something they're going to take care of personally.
That is very good to know. Okay. They didn't injure a whisperer, but they had the intent, and they said they were going to pull their gun afterwards.
Here's what I want to do. I want them beaten half to death. And I don't say that lightly. They need to be taught a lesson, a permanent lesson, not a slap on the wrist, not anything. They need to know that that sort of behavior here is unacceptable. And in addition, I think this goes without saying, they're not allowed their weapons anymore, at least until we're confident that they've improved behavior.
No, that was definitely going to be part of the punishment, for sure. What is your pistol? You have a pistol, right? Laser.
I think your baton is better suited for.
Yeah. If it was a ballistic, then I would have probably said something different. But it's laser, so that's a lot different, which is fine. Of course, shotgun's out of the question. No one. It'd be funny though, but no. Okay.
The main thing I want to happen is I want them to feel not necessarily like they're dying, but in extreme pain. To a point where they don't have the energy to do other things. There's also a concern where I want to watch over a few other people related to them, which is Ame, Nyx, and Coyote. Ame has the same sort of attitude, and they fully supported them throughout the entire incident. So that goes without saying. them, Nyx and Coyote have this sort of group. They sit in the medical bay all day, and to put it lightly, they just complain about everything. My concern is that they're going to see this, and then they're going to do something about it.
I shoot myself.
I'm not confident that they'll get far.
I don't think Coyote and Nyx would do anything. I feel like Nyx is too new to do anything. They haven't been here long. If they do something, then, well, Coyote's been here long.
Said they were smart.
I don't know them that well, so I don't know if they are smart.
Either.
Coyote, it's kind of back and forth from what I've heard and seen.
I have only seen negative things. When we were at the trek to the Oak, they have a prevailing sense to always see everything in like a negative light. When we were at making our way to the Oak, after comms got cut off, we stopped at Green Pit 1. In the entire time, they were basically shit-talking the people there. They were like, they're dumb, they don't know what they're doing. Even though, roof over your head after walking for how many days, and you're getting their medical supplies to treat you.
Good to know. And Ame's Ame. We already know how they are. Yeah, we'll keep a watch over them. We can't really do anything because they haven't done anything.
Yeah. I didn't intend for it to be done to them.
Yeah. I'm just talking aloud. Out loud. Aloud. I never used that word. What the fuck?
Yeah, you only speak in Spanish.
I hate you. You know what I can do? Wrenches are the... You remember the tournament that we had, right?
Yes.
Third place was an upgrade.
Wow. Are you going to impale them?
Amongst other things.
Okay.
I gotta get used to that. Feels weird.
I don't want to... The only thing is, I don't want to leave them with a wound.
No, it's not going to be a wound.
So, in this case, are you going to be the one carrying this out?
Maybe. We'll see how long it takes me to come back from Echo stuff. I might be late tomorrow.
You're kidding me. Okay, what am I supposed to do in that case? I can punch him.
I'm gonna talk with Wrench and see what's happening tomorrow. I know missions kind of come up out of the blue, really, but I'm gonna try and figure something out and see if, because I have a feeling that we might not be doing too much tomorrow. So I'm thinking that we can possibly do it later. Well, not later as in after a few hours. But in the meantime, depending on how it is, I'll text you. In my perfect scenario, probably like 30 minutes before I get back, you get them and we get whatever we need to, wrench, an audience, whatever. And then you start it off. you do what you want to do as the punishment, and then my final step will be
Done.
I think beating them is a good start.
Okay.
Because bashing any Whisperer's head is pretty bad offense. But that's my perfect scenario. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome.
That's everything.
You didn't hear that.
Can't believe you're talking to other people during this scene.
You know, sometimes I just get a voice in my head. But that's my perfect scenario anyways. If worst comes to worst, then you probably do the punishment as quick as possible, or you start the process as quick as possible. And
Any thing with this?
don't you feel this right? I mean, it's the same thing as impaling.
Yeah.
But I trust you, so what you feel is right.
Sure. Should send a message to the security team. Not a heads up of what is exactly happening, but that they need to be prepared for tomorrow.
Yeah. Punishment's happening tomorrow. I'm gonna let Wrench know.
Okay. I'm did everything.
Alright. Well, I've got things to do.
Yeah.
Bomba Club!
Streaming
Yeah.
in your stream. In your
I'm
big
going
stream.
to. I shut up. Give me a second. Okay. That was just quick and easy. Boom. I can't believe William is talking to Dia. Is that say William? That says William. Yes, sir. Well, anyways, that is it. That is it. So, thank you for coming by. Hope you all enjoyed it. What? You came in late, honey. You came in so late. You came in so late. You can rewatch the VOD. You're fine. It's super quick. It was super quick. But thank you for coming. I very much appreciate it. Bye-bye. Oh, no? No William? Oh.